Welcome back to another Website Depot podcast. As ever, I'm your host, Greg Benevent, and today I'm very happy to be once again on location here visiting one of our great clients, seeing their place for myself, and it's, as you can see just from looking around, it's amazing. There are many real estate companies in Los Angeles in the Silver Lake, Atwater area. There is none like the local real estate group. And today I'm very happy to be here with Kurt Wisner. How you doing, Kurt?
I'm
it's
good.
Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, no, thank you, Greg. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for commenting on our lovely outdoor space.
I mean, this is amazing.
And please, if you ever find yourself in Atwater Village, maybe at Via Corona getting a burrito.
Okay.
The same place that Anthony Bourdain, that was his favorite burrito, by the way.
See, that's the kind of thing you could say about Silver Lake and Atwater. There's something famous in like every single street and place here, and you folks know that because you're right on the street.
That's it, right here on the strip, right on Glendale Boulevard. But if you ever get one of those Via Corona burritos and you need a nice, quiet place to enjoy it, please knock on our door. Come on in.
And again, this looks as nice as a restaurant. It actually took me a second to find it because I was walking down here and I just kept passing the restaurants. I thought, oh, there can't be a real estate group here, but there was.
Yep.
So okay. So I mean, now we've established this great location you're in. If you could tell us just a little bit about who you are and what it is you do there, Kurt.
Sure. No, we're a local residential real estate group. We primarily service the Northeast LA neighborhoods, your Echo Park, Silver Lake, Los Feliz, Atwater Village, and what I commonly refer to as the boroughs. So your Highland Park, your Mount Washington, your Eagle Rocks, Cypress Park, all those areas as well. Wow. I got my license back in 1991. I know I don't look that old, but
you do not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Great.
no, definitely. I mean, but this is filmed in very clear, like 4K or something. They're going to see that too. Yeah.
Got my license in '91 up in Seattle and sold real estate there for 10 years.
Wow.
Found myself on this crazy world adventure with my brother that we can touch on later.
We will.
And then ended up in LA and got back into real estate. Slowly started building this team, purchased this building here that we're in on Glendale Boulevard in Atwater. And last year we had our record year. We did a little over $200 million worth of sales here in Northeast LA. So good stuff here at the local.
Clearly, I mean, it's, anytime you can throw out the phrase $200 million in sales, that's always a true win. Now, obviously, you've been at this for some time and you've gathered some degree of knowledge. I know there's a few, surely there's something that you live and work by, is there some kind of like mantra or something you believe in terms of real estate or what you'd like to tell folks?
No, I mean, I think that, we are a community-based real estate group that really our name is truly representative of who we are. All of the agents live in these neighborhoods. We work in these neighborhoods, and we do a ton of community events. A couple weekends ago, we had our block party here in Atwater Village, where we close off a block of Atwater and have bounce houses for the kids, tarot cards reading, magic shows. All kinds of fun stuff. So we love doing fun community events.
Okay. Wow. So I mean, that makes sense. That truly is the local. I could see why
Yes.
you changed your name to that. I mean, the people live around here. You do such nice things for the community. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Okay. So what, now obviously you're an expert. You've been doing this for a minute. You've done it very well and at a high level for an extended period of time. What's something that you would like to tell folks that are maybe interested in real estate, that are looking, maybe they're thinking about moving on from their property?
Sure.
What would you like to tell them?
Well, I know this is going to sound a little bit harsh, but my first bit of advice, this might be shocking, fire your agent. I know that sounds crazy. Hear me out, please. Hear me out.
Okay.
And that includes me too. I think that people that are interested in either buying or selling real estate oftentimes get caught up with their brother-in-law's sister's hairdresser's friend has their license, and they say you got to work with them, and they automatically feel like they're obligated to work with this person. Don't do that. That's probably one of my biggest bits of advice, is make sure that you hire a local agent, someone who knows the neighborhoods that you're interested in, is successful in those neighborhoods that you're interested in, has forged relationships with other agents in those marketplaces. It'll help get your offer accepted if you're a buyer. So that's it. That's my little bit of advice is fire your agent, but take the time to do the research and interview a few people to make sure that you have the right fit. You are not obligated to work with the first person you come across.
I mean, that's such a good point. It seems to finding a real estate agent and so many other things in life too. I mean, I was struck by the way you were talking about that, in that we think so much of, like, you know, perhaps, and maybe this is just me, the layperson, but think of relationships in terms of, like, the relationship is your sister's brother's hairdresser says, hey, I know this guy, whereas that's the relationship. When what you're saying is, hey, that's not the relationship to be focused on. It's the relationship this agent has with other agents, with the neighborhood, that kind of thing.
Good point.
That's the sort of relationship you're looking for.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know, the other part that I see a lot of times people having missteps, whether you're selling or buying, is you've hired an agent who doesn't work in these neighborhoods. So you've got an agent over in Beverly Hills, or you've got an agent up in Valencia, and they just don't know these markets and the ins and outs and intricacies of these markets. And you know, our agents are super knowledgeable about these market areas. We go on caravan every Tuesday. We load up our Sprinter van and we drive around and we see all the inventory. So we're very familiar with what's out and what's available, what the trends are, what's resonating with buyers, and are able to provide excellent service and advice.
I see. So like basically you're able to provide this like hyper focus on this area, that you're able to, you know, provide a higher caliber of service for people that are looking to get into this area, sell around here.
Yes, and we'll even, one of the things we offer new clients, especially if they're coming from New York or another area, you know, sometimes people make the mistake of buying too quickly and buying in a neighborhood maybe that wasn't the exact neighborhood they really would have liked. So we give neighborhood tours to our new clients, and we'll drive you around Northeast LA and explain to you the different neighborhoods and talk about the cool hip new restaurants, or the park to take your dog, or a great place to go on a hike. So we really do have the inside information.
I can tell. I mean, now I just want to ask, just like what other services do you offer that people don't? You got so many of them. I feel like you could just keep going. I mean, that's
besides having a
the bounce house and the tour.
Well,
that's
I mean,
a lot, man.
Besides having
great.
a place where people can enjoy their Via Corona burrito, real estate is what we do.
Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. And you certainly explained that very well. Now, you mentioned that you'd obviously been a real estate agent in Seattle as well, and then you moved down to here. I'd be curious to hear how this market compares to other real estate markets, how it compares around the nation, around the world, that kind of thing.
That's an excellent question. And you know, just like firing your agent is a bold statement, this might be one as well. I am fortunate enough, and the team members here at the local real estate group are fortunate enough to sell real estate in the absolute best market in the world, bar none.
Wow.
That's it. You know, it's a market that has a great price point. There's all different price ranges that are represented here, so everybody can find a home. I know it's expensive still. The entry point is very high. Great price point. There's turnover. There's a lot of turnover, where some of these other neighborhoods maybe that are more specialized, there's not so much turnover. The clientele that we work with are amazing people, super diverse group of folks. We don't get too many of the A-list celebrities over here, but we do get some good ones. And you know, that to people who work at JPL, to you know, people who are working downtown or Keck, USC Medical Center. There's a really nice diverse group of folks that call Northeast LA home and want to live and reside in these neighborhoods. And these neighborhoods are so fun too. So it is the absolute best place to work and sell real estate. You find it, you know a better place? Let me know.
No, I don't. I mean, that's what I'm sitting here. I'm like, that's a bold statement. He's got to back it up. And I'm listening to him like, he backed it up.
Right.
Like, that makes a lot of sense. You sold me on it. I mean, just having been, you know, having lived around Los Angeles a while now, and having you go to different environments, I know when I'm here. I know when I'm in Silver Lake. I can tell when I'm in Atwater Village. I know when I'm in around here, and I think everything you said speaks to that. There are many places that are unique in Los Angeles, but this is one that truly stands out around here. That absolutely makes sense.
I would agree.
So you were talking, you teased us a little bit earlier. You're a pro at this thing. About, I don't even know why I'm here. I mean, but it's you teased us about, you said you were going to bring up something that with your brother and world.
Well, and also I think, Greg, it also, you know, helps solidify why I know that this is the best place in the world to sell real estate.
Okay.
Because I did end up going on this crazy world adventure with my brother. It was.
No, people have said a lot of weird things in the podcast. No one ever said, I went on a crazy world adventure with my brother. That's new.
You know, but I'll make it even weirder. It was his honeymoon, Greg.
Okay, that's. I am invested. I was before, but now I'm even more invested.
No,
Yes.
it's a fun story.
Please,
He was
please.
days away from getting married.
Okay.
Destination wedding up in Northern California
Okay.
on the coast.
Yeah.
Bride-to-be dumped him.
What? Okay. If you don't mind me asking, I mean, how long before the wedding?
It was the week of the wedding.
The week of the wedding.
Yes.
They make movies about this. This exact premise. They
This
make
is
movies.
true.
Okay. I've seen movies. All right. I'm just going to stop blabbering at you. But yes. All right. I'm going to let you tell the story. All right. So the woman dumps him 7 days before the wedding, and I'm
Yeah, the
sitting
week
here in
of.
shock.
And so, the first thing is we got to make 150 phone calls to all these guests.
Oh, jeez.
But the crazy point is, while we were calling these people, they're like, we're still going. We got our room booked. We got the
It's
food,
true. Northern California is
the
beautiful.
food's there, the
Yeah.
wine's there. We're going. So I
Oh,
convinced
jeez.
my brother to have this bride honeymoon, like a
Wow. Was
non-bride
that easy?
wedding.
Was that what it's easy? Would you have to? I mean, how hard did you have to push him? You're a pro real estate
I mean,
agent.
it's rare in life where you get all the people that are important to you in one place.
100%.
And, kind of your wedding and your funeral, and so I convinced him
Right.
like, hey,
one
this,
of them
this
you might be there for. Yeah.
exactly. So I convinced him that this might be therapeutic. So
Okay.
he did
and
it.
that makes sense. I mean, that's valid.
We went to where he actually had his honeymoon set. 2 weeks in Costa Rica. Had such a good time reconnecting his brothers that we extended for 2 years and 53 countries. So we quit our jobs, we sold our homes, and we traveled the world. I brought a book for you.
You did
Greg.
bring a book.
Yeah,
I know. I was waiting to get it.
I mean-
I was because I had a million questions, but I got the book, and this is the book. You should read it. I'm probably going to read it now even after asking all these questions of the story because I'm fascinated. So you did it consecutively. So it wasn't like we're doing like 6 months and I'm go home and work and then I'm going back to travel with you.
We did pop back a couple times just to
Okay.
pay a couple bills and make sure all our shots were up to date and all that good stuff. But
Okay, yeah.
no, we did amazing things. Like we bought a car in Sweden. We drove it all the way to Syria.
Oh my word!
I know it's not a trip you can take today, but
Right,
we
I mean,
did things like that. We
Well, insurance on that rental car might be tough. But
no,
yeah.
crazy.
And,
We traveled all through South America, even through the beautiful country of Argentina, all the way down to the tip of South America, Ushuaia, Patagonia, down there.
I
So
mean,
it's-
you can just be making up names at this point. I
Fun
totally
stuff.
believe it. This is tremendous. I mean, I'm trying to find a way to respond to this without just speaking in more cliches, but this is the actual adventure of a lifetime.
It was incredible. And the sad part was we got done with the trip and we kind of didn't want it to end, but I definitely didn't want to go to Seattle.
Okay.
He didn't want to go back to Orange County.
That makes
So
sense
we
to me.
moved to Los Feliz
Okay.
in Northeast LA, and my brother penned this New York Times best-selling memoir called Honeymoon with my brother. And we were on Oprah, we were on the Today Show, I sat on the couch with Oprah.
That is amazing, and it's got to be a slightly bigger deal than doing this podcast in your backyard with me. But
No
yes,
way, Greg, no way.
I mean, I do want to say I've known a lot of people in show business and all that, and I don't know if I've ever read a log line better than the one on the back of this book. I'd like to read it to you folks just because I've been holding this now and showing it to you. But Franz Wisner had the honeymoon of a lifetime, 53 countries, 2 years, in a world of discovery. The only thing missing was the bride. That's as good as it gets.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
that is just tremendous. I don't even want to ask about your job anymore. This is so fascinating. But what I do want to ask, it's just thing I can't help but think about when I'm holding this book, is that the life lessons you must have learned from that you were able to use in your job, in everything, had to be just amazing. I mean, I don't even know if I have the question phrased. Just what you must have learned from that you could take with you, that you can utilize in your day-to-day life. Must be omnipresent, must be right there, right? I mean, what did you take away from that you use day to day?
I mean, so many lessons learned on the road. From penniless villagers to wayward backpackers to just so many thoughtful moments that like put the world in a better perspective, and it makes reading the paper a lot more interesting too. But one of the things that Franz and I would always say on our trips is do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. You know what it is, and just do it. And I think that I try to implement that in my life as much as possible.
Certainly.
And I think it resonates into the way we conduct our real estate office here.
Gotcha. That kind of leads into my next question. I know we talked about this a bit earlier. I know that you're trying to expand the business into the different kinds of clientele and homeowners that you might be able to assist there.
No, that was one of the things I've been wanting to do, and was super excited to finally get off the ground in September last year. Our group is called The Local, and I've witnessed the Spanish-speaking members of our community, I feel, be grossly underserved with the representation and abilities of the agents that they hire. So we opened a Spanish-speaking version of The Local called El Local, and it is in place to better serve the Spanish-speaking members of our community. So it's something I'm really proud of. Edith Reina, who is a highly regarded agent in our community, heads it up, and it's going great. So that's because it's one thing to sell a house in Silver Lake to a couple that you're going to make them an extra $250,000.
For sure.
To sell that house, to sell someone's house that didn't get great representation and move that needle 100 grand or whatever it is, means the world to them. And that's something that really puts a smile on my face and makes it feel good.
I bet. That's tremendous.
So
I mean, that's all I had. Is there anything that I didn't ask you about that you'd like to bring up, or anything that you'd like to say to folks watching this?
No, just you know where to find us. We're here in Atwater Village. We're not going anywhere. We've been here for over 10 years in this building.
Wow.
And we're here to help anybody with whether you're interested in buying or selling or leasing property here in Northeast LA, or even have a question about who's a good plumber. We're here to help you, so not a problem.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Kurt. I could talk to you all day.
No,
This
appreciate
is
it, Greg.
tremendous. This really was. On behalf of Website Depot, my name's Greg Benevent. Take it easy. Have a good day.